us.
Yes. Let me see. Let me cut this shit down. There we go. It's the Patio PolitiCz, man. Yeah, there we go. Here, I'm gonna get one of the medicine.
I get a bell today.
Yes. But it's the Patio PolitiCz, man. It's your man J5TH, my man Sir Mac, T Mills, the beautiful medicine woman herself, Shanga, in this motherfucker, man. So look, man, we got a very, very special, dope ass show today. Mac, what's the title? Well, not the title yet, because we gotta pick a topic.
Yeah. We under the patio.
We under the patio today.
Under the patio today.
So this is a different type of patio politics. Shout out to DJ and for J and LP, the host.
Shout out,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Underneath the patio is what, Mac? Go on and let them know real quick.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Underneath the patio, it's a lot of things up under there. You feel me? We done crawled up under there. We got a whole lot of topics underneath the patio in this here cup.
Getting real underneath the patio. That's the stuff that you can't show. You can't show everybody.
So
boom boom room.
So shake up all them taboo topics, and we're gonna let Shanga pick it, man.
There's some spiciness in here. You ready to get up in here?
I'm ready.
We got some pink and some white, so we already know.
Let her close her eyes, man.
Come on.
Yeah. Let spirit guide her.
I was just about to say, you know what I'm saying? We out here underneath the patio. The patio. I like under the patio. We over here under the patio, and we gonna give the people some real things.
Yes.
In real time, in real ways. So.
Yes.
I'm scared just a little bit.
Dig up under this patio.
Just a little bit. It's shaking.
Here we go,
It's
y'all.
pink.
It's pink.
Ooh.
Pink is a sex topic. That's what.
Ooh, you crazy. We should do that though. Color coded. Give me the green one right there.
Let me get that blue.
Oh my goodness.
What we got? I'm nervous.
Okay.
You nervous?
Okay. I'm ready, man.
Oh man. Her mouth is open.
She's spicy.
Okay, so this is actually starting off with us asking or answering a question about ourselves.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It says, "What is true and sacred to you? What boundaries do you have around it?"
Oh, that's deep as fuck. Damn.
We under the patio. It should be.
Yeah, we
deep.
underneath that motherfucker.
Can you put me in the trunk?
Well, while we ponder on that, I'm gonna go to the theme, and then shit after that, we'll be right back, man. It's the Patio PolitiCz. We here.
Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. Yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Yeah. We hope you stay a while.
We hope you stay a while, because if you don't, man,
getting put up in the trunk, you getting taken for a field trip without a field trip slip, no permission.
Man, watch your wife.
The ground. Nobody get that person.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Hey,
keep your kids, but watch your wife.
Real quick,
Keep the kids, but watch your.
Can we reselect, or is that it? We done pulled what we done pulled.
Should we start with a topic before we dig into the dig?
Okay.
That's crazy. Like that is crazy.
That's too deep. That's too deep right now.
I mean, not for me, but
spirit led us there. We can.
Right.
We can. Okay.
We can take our shot at it. Listen, I think that we can do it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I think we can. I know we can do it. I know we can do it.
Okay. Now, ask it again. Let's see.
Yeah.
What is true and sacred to you? What boundaries do you have around it? I'm telling you, I got my answer.
Okay, maybe if you give
But
yours.
I
You don't want to go first?
to kind of give it a little.
Yeah,
okay, all
yeah.
right. So for me, what's true and sacred to me is my peace of mind. And the boundaries I have set around my peace of mind is in any given situation or day or moment in life, if something is bombarding my mind so much that I cannot focus on the things that I intend to focus on, then it's costing me my peace of mind. Therefore, whatever it is, I'm no longer going to participate in it. And I actively do that. So, for example, if I am somewhere and somebody is loud, like annoyingly loud, and I am sitting in a place, I'm not a person who can like read my book on the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. So you got to be in a quiet place.
I need quiet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you get in places and spaces where you have people who don't care about others.
Inconsiderate, yeah.
They're, you know what I'm saying? So they loud and just ridiculously raunchy. Choose my words wisely here.
Oh, shit.
It's costing me my peace of mind. So I can either address that and be like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Nah.
Or I can be like, you know what? This space is not conducive. Let me get up out of here. Or it could be, you know, a situation in a relationship where it's a continuous conversation and things are not changing. And now it's so heavy on my mind that I'm not able to do the things I need to do in a day. Then something needs to change.
Yeah.
So for me, anytime somebody or something is costing me calamity in my mind that's already filled with things the Most High pours in there every day, then you are cut off.
Ooh.
That happens quickly though, right? Or I'm asking for you because for me it kind of does. So.
For me, I think it depends on what it is.
Okay.
I think it depends on what it is. I don't like to see people like actively yelling and hitting their children. That's a very short fuse for me.
Couldn't have been around when I was a kid, then.
I couldn't have been around when I was a kid. Or maybe I needed me to be around when I was a kid.
Yeah. Talking about the older version of you.
Exactly.
Hold up.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna keep doing
so that's something that's sacred to me, and that's a boundary I have around it.
Ooh-wee.
Big Sean said, if it costs you your peace of mind, then the price is too high. It costs too much.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my peace of mind. I really need my mind in order for me to do the things that the Most High brings my way for me to do. My mind really needs to be able to think clearly and hear clearly.
Got you. Yeah. We going to the left or we going to the right?
Go both ways.
No,
you know,
we as black men are not going both ways. We will.
That's why I had to take that back, because I remember that we in 2022 and going both ways means something completely different. So I'm going to say...
Everything counts.
I'm going to say choose all your answers.
I'm in the rotation of the answer of the question.
We go to the questions.
I'll take it on. I think in the... When you talk about... it said non-negotiable, right?
That was not a word that I said right here. That's why I was about to say, I'm gonna pass it to everybody as they turn, so they can just look at the words.
What
non-negotiable?
Oh yeah. What is true?
But that is technically, you could say it's what are your non-negotiables?
That's a boundary.
It says, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boundaries should be non-negotiable.
I would just have to say that my relationship with God. Because I done had different people try to explain it to me different ways. I done had different people show me all kind of different theories, or I don't say been in arguments, but just been in like spaces where people want to argue semantics, and I'm like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not blaspheming against God. So you can call him what you call him, I call him what I call him, or however we need to move around each other. But when them trumpets sound, we're gonna get from where we are to where we need to be. And yeah, I'm just not compromising that.
What's the boundary around your relationship with God? So
the boundary?
Yeah, what boundary have you set around that? So how do you decide, okay, you are now trying to inhibit my relationship with God. Yeah. So I'm done, or I'm moving, or however you're gonna move. What does that look like for you? Is it
any person? Well, I would say like probably any person who moves different towards me because of it.
Okay.
So like I got people that I work with and also old friends that don't believe in God at all or atheists or whatnot, but they respect it. I don't even think that they truly don't believe in God. I think they just choose to go the path they go. But there's a difference when you have someone who's actively trying to convince you out of it.
So that's a boundary for you, somebody trying to actively convince you out of believing in God.
And not even just actively trying to convince you out of it, but actively trying to get in your way.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
And when you say actively getting your way, what do you like? Give me an example of that.
Do you believe in flying spaghetti monsters?
flying spaghetti monsters, like where the wild things are.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Or I mean, it could be example like, say, it could be a female or something.
I was gonna take it there.
If you're fasting, and she know that's
She like, T.
yeah, like,
I need
nah,
that
let me-
D.
The Lord told me that I need to be here within this time and in this space to
oh,
give
that's
you this.
blasphemy like a mother.
Already been there. Already been there.
She the devil.
But I mean,
Has it not been done?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's been
I mean,
Is
but,
it not happening
But would
still?
would the Lord send that temptation to test you?
There's tests. Yeah, I believe in them tests. Yeah, and they always come right at the right time too. And I feel bad because
What's the right time? Is that the wrong time? Is the right time the wrong time?
The right.
They came at the wrong time with the right
The right time.
Is the right time the wrong time?
The right time to test me is the right time for that, not the right time for me to enjoy it.
If you now,
So you recognize that it's a test. So it's the right time for my test. I'm about to pass it.
Absolutely.
Did you pass it, T?
Yeah.
if you're on dick time, it's the wrong time.
Right.
But on
the
dick time,
Lord's time, it's the
Yeah.
right time.
no on the physical, on the
Okay,
flesh side.
okay.
Oh, it's the right time.
Okay.
On dick
Respect.
time, yeah.
Respect.
But
So and you know what? I'll
fasting
give you
time,
another
it's like,
example.
yeah.
So I'll give you another example too. Like
Watch out, T. Don't drop no names.
we're gonna use code. All right.
Don't describe them as the code word either, because we're gonna figure it out.
Okay. I think earlier you said
Say shorty with the short
creatures
song.
with penises, right? So I'm
Yes.
talking creatures with vaginas.
Okay.
Okay.
Respect.
Melanated creatures with vaginas.
Yeah. Okay.
Sisters,
Yeah.
thotties.
Black women with vaginas.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna say black women thotties.
I didn't say
She
thotty.
said black women with vaginas.
Vaginas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we see where your mind is at, thotty hottie.
Dotty, dotty, dotty. Dot, dot.
Those are the only ones that'll tempt you, man.
Come on.
The
Yeah.
dots.
That's not true. That's not true.
that's not
That's
true.
not true.
That's not true. Okay,
Nah.
no, I'm gonna say that.
Because I could just come in and just be my smooth, sexy, suave self, and that's
And have
tempting
you.
to you.
Have you?
Don't come like that if I'm fasting.
And if I turn it
But that's what I'm
down,
saying.
you'll try harder.
It would be the right time at the wrong
Now,
time, though.
if you
'cause
turn
you'd
it
be
down and I
tempted.
try harder and I know you fasting, then I'm on bullshit.
You're a witch.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm on bullshit.
You're a witch.
I don't know about a witch. but
Sorcerer.
You're a witch.
I don't know. First of all, the eyes peering at me from y'all saying it right now. It's like I've been praying on this. Okay.
Not you.
Woo.
Not you personally.
You're witch, you're sorcerer.
You're sorcery. It's sorcery. Go ahead. See, come on, man.
You
said
pretty
the
much
end.
hit the nail on the head. 5. That's it. Just like
So
getting in the way is not like advertently telling me to my face like, why you following that God? It's like I done told you what's up, and you still trying to
but
push.
baby, let me rub it a little bit. It's okay. Like that stuff.
I don't know why I feel like this gonna turn into another topic.
I mean,
Nah, for real though.
I had questions.
Go ahead.
Nah,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, I just want to ask for accountability purposes. If you are fasting, and I don't mean just you in particular, I'm just throwing
In
it out
general.
here in general.
Right.
If one is fasting from sexual encounters, not intimacy, but just physical sexual encounters. I don't know. Okay, is it
stretch
all
for
of
us.
it? Is it all of it?
It's tied in.
Okay.
It's all
So
tied
cool.
in.
All right. So if one
And
is
it depends. So what type of fast you talking about?
Well, that's-
Penetration?
See, that's what I'm saying. I think they saying that it get tricky, so just say all of it. So I'm gonna just say
Okay.
all of
Yeah.
it. So if you are fasting from sex in all those ways, intimacy, and then a test comes along, and we're not gonna call her a sorcerer, we're just gonna call her the test, right?
Yeah.
So that's
tester.
fair. A tester. and she attempts to get you to just let her rub it or something. And you like, nah, girl. She like, but you know what? Just a tip. Let me just flick. Whatever. I don't know. Let me rub it. Whatever.
Sorcerer.
And then you like, you know what? I really be wanting to do this, so I'm gonna just do it. At that point, are you going to hold yourself accountable for failing the test, or are you going to try to blame it on the test?
You gotta hold yourself accountable.
No, you gotta hold yourself accountable.
Even if it's just a tip.
Yes.
Even when you hold yourself accountable, that doesn't. You still see that person for
sure.
what they were.
For sure.
For sure.
But you gotta hold yourself accountable without pointing the fingers. Now that's why I say if you're on dick time, that's gonna be the best tip rub you've ever had in your life.
I mean,
for real.
Okay, so
she's gonna
say
rub it
this.
like she never rubbed it before.
So let me say this though, because now we getting into
You can't get on dick time.
But okay, so here's the thing though. Then does that become like I outline these things ahead of time, or am I meeting them as it comes? Because technically, I could just be like, I'm gonna just let her rub the dick, but I'm not giving her no dick, so I didn't break my fast.
Depending on the type of fast
Because
that
you never
have.
thought about it until the situation presented itself.
Now, if you let her rub the tip and you don't hit, but you go in the bathroom and punish yourself, you
Just
you
like
broke
my
your
cup
fast.
did.
You broke your fast.
You cheated. Nigga, that's cheating. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
No.
so why put yourself in a position to suffer? Then?
Because
That
maybe
ties
he,
down.
maybe he
That's
just
it.
maybe he wanted to let her know, like, girl,
Nah.
when I ain't fasting,
Nah.
girl, this is it. So you could get a little bit right
The
now.
pain,
Shanga,
the
when
pain
you-
that you get from blue balls. You're not putting yourself in that scenario.
Okay.
Shanga.
Not only that,
For
it's
nothing.
mental too.
For nothing.
And when you on dick time, it feels too.
Too
For
good
nothing.
to
Yes.
stop it.
But like you said about intimacy, you have to kind of monitor that too.
Yes, you do,
have
because
to monitor
intimacy will surely bring
Oh
the
yeah.
flow.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing
Yeah.
leads to another all the time, every time. I don't care what you say. Like, oh, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
do
know,
this
because
today.
a couple times one thing didn't lead to another time with me, but that one time that it did.
Was you fasting?
No.
That's unfortunate. No, it is. It is. If you
It's
weren't
a-
fasting,
Oh, why? Because I didn't go all the way?
was it because of you or they was just on bullshit time?
It was me.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you know,
It was me.
no means no. Ring the bell. No means no.
I mean, sometimes
Wait,
Ain't no sometimes. See, no
all
means
the
no.
time. That's all the time.
at the right time
You know what?
when they deem the time.
Hey, real quick, here's the cold part about that.
So when you say
We
no,
really do have to now say no. No means no all the time, because women, we do kind of have that, oh my God, no.
but y'all playing though.
Because
No,
you really
stop,
want
no,
it, but you don't want it. But
It's
you
tricky
do want
now.
it. It's tricky, so you really do have to.
Don't
like,
do it.
You got to just stop. Ladies,
You got to hit them with the no,
Don't
bro.
do it.
ladies,
Don't do it.
No, bro. I'm
From
good.
now on, sis, if you know that you want the head,
Just
you want
say
the
it.
D,
Just say
or
it.
whatever. I know that it feels a little fun to say, oh, no. But just for the sake of like your children's
Consent.
children and the idea of consent and the fact that the line is really blurred these days, let's try to just say yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Sure.
Okay.
Or nothing, and just use your hands and body to say yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Because all this saying no when you really want it is just like
That's
you
checkers.
You
That's
And
confusing
that's
me.
why I said it was me, because I was like in one of the scenarios, I was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, but you know I want you to do that, so stop.
Say that.
Oh my God.
And I'll probably be
Hey,
trying to be like,
hey,
was
I'm
playing
not
chess.
stopping.
Let me
I mean,
tell you-
checkers. She's
but
playing
no,
checkers.
no.
Playing
But let me
games.
tell you why.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not stopping.
Let me,
You just
let
told
me
me
be
you
fair.
wanted it.
Hold on. Let me be fair and make sure I outline the scenario well enough so it doesn't look like I was playing games.
Okay.
Okay.
I had already told him, because he had like a little situation. You know what I'm saying? So I keep telling him like, bro, leave me alone. And he like, girl, I want you. And I'm like, and I told you that you got a little situation. He like, I ain't tripping. I'm like, no, like stop. So he's still accosting me. Now, of course,
What's a situation?
I don't even.
you
I
can
mean,
say relationship.
because why can't you
Yes,
become a
relationship.
situation?
Yes.
Okay.
No, he has a relationship. For however he defines it, he has a relationship. And so I continuously tell him like, come on, bro, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because again, what I'm standing on, the things that I have outlined for myself as a foundation of what I'm standing on it's the idea or the concept, the execution, and the legacy of Black love.
Yeah.
So I cannot say that and then be willing to engage with this man who's in a relationship with a Black woman. I don't care.
What if in that moment he
care.
tells you, I
I don't
recognize
care.
that where I want to be
care.
is right here
I
with
don't
you.
care. Then do what you need to do to get out of that situation.
I'm doing it right now.
No, you're not.
No?
No.
Okay.
You're not doing it the right way. No, you're not.
So, all right, so is this in person conversation or?
Yeah, we've had this conversation via phone, via text,
Gotcha.
in person, and
And he's
all of that. He just keep coming for me.
You just need to stop. You can't be around him.
So
You're triggered.
So here's the thing. Fuck you.
in a great way.
I'm not no trigger.
In a great way.
No, that's not a great way.
Asshole.
Because let me tell you what a trigger in a great way would have been. Like Max said, what if that situation ain't what he wants and your situation is what he wants? The good trigger would be you seeing me remembering that this is what you want and that's what you don't want and going over there and ending that.
That's
the good. That
He
makes
could be
me a
ended
good
in
trigger.
within the process of where he's at.
No,
in the
that's
moment.
on bullshit. He's not.
No.
He would have to
He's
come
not.
up and tell you it's done.
Exactly.
Right.
So now that y'all have the background, that this one particular day, I was just slightly weak enough to just kind of let him get a little close, and that's why I said, like, ooh, I'm like, stop, because I really want you to stop. But I'm telling you, like, the reason I said, I want you to be doing that is because I have an interest in him, and that I'm never being dishonest about that, but I'm standing on my principle, and that's why I'm telling you no. You know what I'm saying? So what I have recognized is in order for me to continuously stay in that space, don't put myself in in spaces where it's just me and him by ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's gonna try.
Now
if I do, then today I'm on bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, when I say a trigger, you have an energy and presence about you.
Who?
You.
Who?
Shanga.
Who?
Dominica.
No.
Yes.
I'm just here like a tree.
Okay, and you're
Trees exist
You're a
in
big
the
ass tree.
What do I always call you?
I seen people hump trees.
Man.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm fucking serious. I seen people lean on trees for life, to get air.
And you said it's
Why did I
it's
say
good
I
to
was
speak
a
to the
tree?
atmosphere,
Why
right?
did
You
I
said
I
that.
mean,
that?
remember you
I
told
didn't
us
say
that
it. You
you're a
said-
portal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
All
trees
women
will-
are portals.
But I'm saying this to say, right? You have this energy around any man that I don't think they want to fuck you or just cheap thrill shit. They're gonna want to make
Okay.
love to you.
Yeah, they want to FSL.
That's
you.
dangerous. Yeah, that's dangerous.
FSL, fuck, sex, love.
That's dangerous.
They want to give you a combination of all three.
what they
don't
want
wanna
to give
just-
you
I
what they
need to
should.
write that down for later.
Man,
No,
where you
real
been at,
talk,
man?
though.
That's been the code for a while.
It's dangerous. You're triggered. That's why I say you get triggered. And I think it's because your openness and transparency and your vulnerability to be you. That's
Okay.
why it's a perfect trigger.
And you may come across a man that wants to explore
Yeah,
they
what he
do.
recognizes.
I'm
you know?
exotic
Yeah.
apparently or something.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's not a bad thing.
You guys are saying that because you are not the object.
Depending.
Yeah,
It depends on the situation.
So that leads into
Yeah.
like how you want to be
what's the
valued.
object?
we're objects too. Shit.
I'll take that. I'll take that
Right.
too. Yes. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking to people, I really try not to base my statements on anything having to do with me, and I try to base it on the person. So even though I would say, yes, how I want to be valued, I would be saying to him more or less where you are in the value of yourself or whatever situation you're in.
And he's not getting asked that though.
Yeah.
That's what makes him
I want
make
you
love.
more.
Thank you. And on that note, we gonna take a quick break, man, and we'll be back, man. Patio PolitiCz, man.
Yay.
We here. Let's get it.
I don't know how to ring this little bell.
My name is Thomas Sheldon. I'm a local reporter and ex-private investigator. I've covered many stories, but nothing as intriguing as this. Where there's more law, there's less justice. If we have never known justice, how can we ever relish in peace? If the lawmakers in the streets cease to be just, who will be the judge and jurors of them? I've wondered. And then there was the council.
I'm just saying, me personally, I'm gonna break it because I could feel that you're not being genuine.
I hope so. Are you sure, Matt?
To know another is to know yourself.
Shit is
What up, y'all? It's T Mills bringing you back in from the break.
Okay.
Here with Jay Fish, Mac, and the beautiful, the lovely Shanga.
Ow.
T, you been in this motherfucker
What's in this
practicing
water, man?
Shot time.
It's in the water, man. Thank Kendon.
T been in this motherfucker. What water you been drinking? Shit, I need some
Shit,
of that.
man.
You been here practicing, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ocean.
He out here drinking Ocean.
Okay. Shanga, what
Shout
you
out to
did,
Ocean.
man?
I ain't done nothing.
Man.
I have done absolutely
Seeing
nothing.
this
That's all
motherfucker
that
acting
man.
up.
That's that man.
You this motherfucker acting up.
Standing in his
Yeah,
own. I ain't got nothing
I'm putting
to do
up
with me.
points today.
Come on, Mac.
I'm not Jordan Poole. I'm
getting
Draymond
buckets.
Green.
Yeah, I know that's
Steph
right.
Curry.
Yeah,
on,
T, I'm
Mac.
gonna
Going
talk to you.
left.
I'm gonna
Yo,
talk to you
paper
about
man,
that
I'm
shit
gonna
after
do
this. So with your man
Oh,
Draymond, we gonna talk about
this
that.
ain't that show, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this ain't a sports show.
Don't hit me.
Yeah.
I ain't going down. Oh man, this pink thing is in front of me, and I feel
That
some type
sounds
of way.
gross.
That means it's your turn,
That
brother.
sounds gross.
It sounds gross.
This pink thing is in front of me, and I.
I mean, perhaps you think of
Come
pink
on, man.
differently.
Just
Come on,
get to the
different.
question, man. Over here making mouth sounds.
What is true and sacred to you? What boundaries do you have around it? You know, I'm still in a process of learning me. And when you begin to learn yourself, no matter at what point you do that, there's so much of you to learn.
Yes.
Right now, what is true and sacred to me is my heart, my feelings, and my emotions, because they're all tied up into one.
Okay.
Growing up, I've always understood what I wanted to be
Okay.
when I was able to be it,
Okay.
because of understanding it, seeing love around you, seeing people's emotions, and they're not being true to their one self, makes you want to be the opposite. Well, it made me want to be the opposite. Can't speak for everybody else. But my heart, my feelings, my emotions, they pure. That's not something that you gonna get from an everyday man. Over here, over there, wherever. Like
We
I
hope and praying and wishing.
don't have no problem in showing my emotions and showing my heart and showing my feelings.
Okay.
That's rare.
I don't care if it's gonna
That's
get
rare.
talked about or whatever.
As a man.
Like, as a man.
As a black man.
As a black
Yeah.
man. Like,
Okay.
we get deeper and deeper underneath the patio of how unrare it is. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be protective of that because it's genuine.
Yeah.
It's beyond genuine. Like, if y'all know me well, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Real recognize real. Y'all know where my heart
Excuse me,
lies.
this
Y'all
man.
y'all know my feelings and my
Yes,
emotions.
we do, Mac.
And it's just like, even if I wanted to be any different, I couldn't be,
I feel that.
because that's not what I was
That's
made
not,
to
yeah.
be.
Come on, Mac.
It's not
Come
what I was
on,
made
come
to be.
on.
It's not how
Hold
I
on,
was
let me ring the
given to
bell
me.
on that.
They shooting.
Man, but it's in understanding that and learning that still, because I say still because I'll never be done learning that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting it though.
So what's your boundaries
it.
around your heart, your mind, your heart and your emotions and feelings?
That's the process of where I'm at right now, is building those boundaries,
Building your
because
boundaries.
inside of my heart and my feelings and my emotions, I still want certain things to be what I assumed that they would always have been.
Okay.
And
With a particular person or just in general? Because if it's just in
Both.
general, but if it's just in general, then you still got that.
I mean
talk.
that you because you don't have high boundaries, because you want to see everybody in their truest form or whatever, especially when you recognize who you are, you want to trust that you're able to read somebody the way that you read them. So it's
Okay.
like, I want to give you access for you to show me your true form, but if you don't recognize your true form, then I just gave access to the wrong person.
Yes.
That part.
So then, what are your boundaries around access? What is access?
Damn, it's a
And
great
that's what
question.
that's what I'm attempting to figure out, because I have to
You gotta establish that.
I have to have you
Yes.
in my atmosphere in order
Okay.
to know if you know who you are, like how I know who you are.
But I think that's different, because you just tossed it into the lap of the other person instead of holding it in
Holding it.
yours.
It's almost like I gave you the blueprints to my house, and I said, please come in here the right way. There's 2 doors.
But
you,
why?
You found a window to slide
What
through.
gave them access to the blueprint?
Because I was gonna say what gave him access to the key, but that's
my
even
trust.
better.
Because he said I gave you the blueprint to my house.
Yeah.
That's the layout.
That's everything.
That's
Yeah.
everything.
That's the bunker.
That's
Trust.
the foundation.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
the foundation before the house gets built is the
Yes.
blueprint.
Yeah.
So why
basement, attic.
everything?
Yeah.
Trust.
So what trust? Trust is the access to the blueprint.
No, because I overly trusted in the situation, I gave the blueprint.
Okay.
And you came in and you showed yourself and me who you truly are.
Okay.
Not what I recognized you to be. So I guess what boundaries I have around my heart, my emotions, and my feelings is my level of trust.
Okay. You have to figure out some boundaries for your level of trust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
like that.
for real,
big.
because
That
I
is big.
I really still just want to be as open and as loving as I know that I am.
But you
because
can be.
It's a power.
It's just that if you're as open and as honest and loving as you are with your orange juice, but I got shit in my glass, you want to give me your orange juice? It's shitty orange juice now.
No, because I'm gonna give you my orange juice pure. I'm not gonna mix it with your shit.
But there's no way for you to not mix it with my shit if we sitting here together.
What if your cup is empty though?
My cup is empty. It just got a shit ring around it.
Her cup ain't been washed, so shit is
yeah.
gonna be
Shit is there.
Shit is shit.
Remnants
Yeah.
of shit is there.
Yeah, and even
still-
if it wasn't there, it's on her lips because
Exactly.
know what I'm
Exactly.
What if he cleaned the cup and your lips?
He can't. It's not his cup to clean.
it's not.
He's not going to
Definitely
clean the
not.
cup the way that I would
that
clean
too.
the cup.
Yeah,
I'm just asking,
Yeah.
you got some viewers that's gonna be like, they gonna ask the questions I'm gonna ask. I'm just here.
No, I'm just here. But I hear this black man saying I'm figuring out my boundaries around trust because once I trust you, I give you the blueprint, and the blueprint is the foundation. So now I got to
Real
figure
spirit.
out, where the gauge is, and that's how I came to the understanding that peace of mind is one for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta go through that flow a little bit to figure it out. And okay, now trust. The real thing is, at least for me, if trust was my thing, I'm working out the boundaries. I would start with myself, because if I am in a space of comfort and trusting myself, then I trust the decision that I made, or I trust what I see, and I'm not gonna give you any leeway in my mind to say, well, maybe you could change. Nope, I trust that my gut just told me that you own bullshit, and I don't care if you do change it.
Yeah.
I get to determine now, do I want to wait for you to change it, or am I in a space where I'm constantly moving and waiting for you to change it would slow me down or drag me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Another boundary that I'm working on is my level of self-embarrassment from giving that trust to the wrong people.
Your level of embarrassment,
Self-embarrassment.
self-embarrassment. So you be embarrassed with yourself, not concerned
Like,
about what other.
how could you, wow, you should have seen this
Yeah,
coming.
you're abusing
So
yourself.
you're mortified at self, laughing at self.
Yeah. Well, if you want to say that, then I guess because it's just one of those, like, you know how smart you are, you know who you are, you recognize
As
Why'd you let that
Shanga
happen?
would say, you're beating yourself.
Yeah.
Like Ike Turner.
Man,
Is there not a learning process within that?
Nah,
Because
it's not.
At a
It's
certain
not.
point, I feel like you got to figure out.
it's not, because you
What
can
you
do that a
allow.
different way.
Does that come from
How?
being an empath?
I don't think so. I think that's a
think that's-
function of being a human being.
Yeah.
But it's the perspective. The perspective that you're doing that from can be abusive to yourself.
Yeah.
Or it can be in a growth state. So if you like, fuck, I seen them red flags. I'm always doing this shit. How the fuck I let her get in here? That's detrimental to your health versus saying, I cared for her or I cared for him, and I gave them the space to see, and this was the result. Now I'm not beating myself up for being me.
Yeah.
I'm just recognizing that I gave the space and it didn't work. So now my perspective and my energy is different versus if I'm like, fuck, you keep on doing this shit. Like, I know I keep doing it because this is me. So how do I navigate that? I need to put some more boundaries around it. I'm not going to change me, but I'm going to put some more boundaries around. So next time we'll see, I'll exercise it and see if it works. I used to be very notorious for critiquing myself in my mind. Like, I am my biggest critic,
Yeah.
you know? And I had to stop doing that to myself, because in all the times that I've been my biggest critic, I've forgot to be my own Oscars or Emmys.
Your own fan.
You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Yeah.
I'm too busy looking at all the shit that I aspired to do or was trying to do and it didn't work, that I forgot about the million things that I've already
you've already
done.
Already done.
And I've
And that you're
already
doing.
accomplished, and that I'm doing.
Dot.
So even in spaces
you once
like
prayed
that,
for.
it's like, yeah. So even in spaces like that, it's like, well, first of all, I'm just glad to be able to recognize that this is who I am, and I'm a person that's willing to give a person the opportunity to grow and change, because I understand that we're all growing and changing, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Within that time, I recognized that this is not going to change, and I made a decision for myself, and then I exited, or I did, or I moved whatever way. I'm winning in that situation. But if I tell myself, fuck, you keep on doing this, now you got to go out here, you got to figure out how to move in the streets, that's a different energy.
It's just, for me, I get to a
Be
point.
nice to yourself, Mac.
I get to a point
I don't-
where
Go ahead.
I stop placing blame everywhere else, and you have to look at yourself at
That's
a
not
certain
placing
point.
blame. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, what role did I play in this? How could I have made this better? How
blame
could I?
and accountability are two different things.
That's true.
That's a different
That's true.
perspective.
Yeah,
Blame and
that's true.
accountability. I'm accountable. I'm accountable. I'm accountable. Let me tell you how I'm accountable. I'm accountable because I said I recognized there were flags here, and I made a conscious decision to open up the space to see what would happen. That's me being accountable.
Yeah.
Me blaming is me saying, fuck, I keep on doing this to myself. Every time I let somebody in, they hurt me, and that's my fault. I'm blaming me. That's two different perspectives. And one, in my personal opinion, one is more of a victim state of mind versus what me and Jay Fifth like to call the superhero space.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm accountable for it because I made the conscious decision. I know what's going on here, and I'm trying to fill it out. And I'm having an experience. That's why I be telling people I don't believe in mistakes.
Yeah, real talk.
No more. Like, I don't use that word. There's no mistake. Everything is an experience, and it's a conscious decision that you made. That's not a mistake.
Or a lesson.
But it's still not a mistake.
It's not a mistake though.
It's never. It's not a mistake. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. It's an experience. Life is experiences. That's what life is.
Yeah.
I'm not making no mistakes in life. Everything that I'm experiencing now, if I experience it as a victim, then I'm going to say it's a mistake. If I experience it more from a balanced space, then I'm going to understand it's an experience, and I'm going to look for the positive that I pulled out of it. I learned something about myself. I learned about what I do want in a person or a situation or place. I learned what I don't want. And that's what makes it the difference between a victim state of mind versus elevation.
Now, if I can slightly interject too.
Please, get me
'cause
off
I know-
this TED Talk.
No, you good. I know T brought up something about being an empath. I think that has a lot to do with it too. Because when you're in a situation like that and your trust is low, you can't really trust telling everybody certain things.
Facts.
Because the information they give you is not going to be conducive.
But it does, like discernment. Like,
Exactly.
I know I can't talk to you about this, so I'm not going to.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just avoid that whole situation, and I'm gonna steer myself in a different direction and find the one that I'm sure that I can talk to.
That's
about
the
this.
thing.
Yeah.
And so then are you blaming yourself for spending time over there? Or are you saying, I spent time here and I recognize now I need to find somebody that does this, this, and that? Whichever way you look at it is how you gonna move to the next one.
Yeah.
And it's just a fresh realization of learning and knowing that I'm not a fixer of anybody. But
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Mac.
Yeah.
And like, for a good portion of my life, I
Yes.
stood on a different hill that was just like, nah, I'm so special, I'm so different.
But you
I
are
could
special.
fix
But you are.
different.
Yeah, and I recognize that.
Yeah.
I definitely.
But your job
recognize
is
that.
not to fix anybody.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
And I just always felt like, man, the way that I love, the way that my emotions is on tap, the way that I
Yeah.
feel like I can overpower whatever is
But Mac,
whatever's ailing you. Like,
hey, you know
I can
what?
take that from you
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
and
me tell
restore
you.
you with something better.
Let me tell you what I learned, because I could say I used to be on that. I used to live in that house. What I recognize is I still did that because for whatever time and space, we had together, you saw me in my most authentic, so you did get that. When I'm out of the situation, because I set boundaries, and now we've crossed those lines, so I'm out of there and removed, they still have those things.
Yeah.
The only thing that we get caught up in and makes us feel, you know, a little more down on self is we were doing it with the idea that it's going to happen for me so we can be together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to tell some people before, like, I started learning, like, sometimes I am the water that waters the seed somebody else planted. Sometimes I'm the seed. Sometimes I am the finger for the hole. You know what I'm saying? And as I continue to move, I'm being more intentional about figuring out, like,
which one you are at
which
that
one
moment.
I am. And I'm not hoping, I am.
You mean, no,
I've been speaking.
in general or just at that moment? Or
No, just in general.
Okay.
In general, my interactions with people and stuff, just in general. Because I can say that I see this man and I'm interested in this man, and then recognize that there is no seed planted there. Then I have to ask myself, in what capacity am I wanting to relate to him?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm willing to relate to a man who doesn't have a seed there, I have a little more work to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't, and now if he's just a person who's coming into my life and I'm like, okay, it's probably just going to be, for lack of better words, a client, you know, somebody that I'm just around to help, or am I looking at you as a potential mate? I'm looking at you as a potential mate. I don't want you to not have a seed. I don't want you to not have a sprout. For me, I need my mate to have already sprouted
Everything.
up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's out the soil.
He's out the soil. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me put my boundaries into perspective in relation to how I'm navigating with people too. And that will dictate your conversations. Like you said, I know I can say this to you, but you ain't gonna get it, or I'll say this and you'll hear me, but it's not applied, or I hear you and it's applied. That's a person with a seed. That's a person that just got a hole, and that's a person who already sprouted up. Just which one you working with. You know what I'm saying? I love being around y'all because we out here watering each other. You know, and that's why I be saying to you, Mac, like, be cool, be easy on yourself, because you're not a person that has a hole. You're not a person that has the seed. You're not a person whose seed is just now getting covered
beanstalk.
up. Exactly. You know, and now you just in a space where we all watering each other. That's it.
And then not only that, man, we can't let everybody pluck from our tree, man.
That part.
No.
Everybody, yeah.
We can't.
Some people just got to catch the inspiration from a glimpse out of far.
Yeah.
That, and because I care so much, because of my feelings,
Nope.
that sucks.
Nope.
That
No,
sucks.
it don't.
Because just from my perspective, you never want that for somebody, especially.
Yeah, but that's not your business.
Yeah.
That's not your job. Your job is to be the shining bright tree.
Yeah.
Their job might be to build a swing on a tree, and ain't figured that out yet.
Shit, it damn sure ain't to put they swing on your tree, or they tree house.
Don't build no tree house.
tree
in my
house.
shit, baby.
But you know what? In order for them to have a tree house or a swing, they would have had to have their own tree to make their seat for the wood, or they wood for the walls.
Yeah.
So.
That part.
Like, you taking wood from me to make a swing to stick back in me.
Right.
What?
That part.
How does that work? Come with your own seat that came from somewhere else.
What we doing here, Jay? If you
Hey,
answering
man.
this, or
Yeah. We gonna take a break, man, and then we gonna come right back, man.
It's in your hands now.
Yes, sir. Patio PolitiCz, Shanga,
Hey,
Sir Mac,
hey,
T Mills in this motherfucker, man. We live, yeah.
What up, what's poppin'? It's your boy DJ F&J. Y'all that tapped into the Patio PolitiCz. Thank y'all for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, you feel me? Hey, stay locked in.
right
I
here.
hear
Looking
y'all,
at the
but
item.
at the same time,
Buy the
it's-
aloe vera,
It's
man.
difficult to really explain.
It's not.
It for me, it is. It's really difficult to explain where my headspace is because
I think I
of
can
all
understand
the
you, Shanga.
transitions that I've had to go through. Like,
Yeah. I'm rolling.
it's crazy.
Don't live
Yes,
there.
yes.
Live in the other stuff.
You are now rocking
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hey, man.
I want to apologize. I gave this to you. That wasn't a button. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be messy.
Yeah,
Now get out your
yeah. You see how you
damn.
seen the slow
Hey,
look
on-
like.
Hey, on
motherfucker.
everything.
We looked at each other so because I'm like, that wasn't right.
Hey, on everything I said, ooh, he took a shot right
Yeah, that was-
there.
As I'm talking about how I'm trying to learn to build boundaries about
Get
my
out your
feelings, my
feelings.
emotions, and
I was
my
like,
heart
oh
is just
shit,
like.
wrong button.
That was a message from the universe. Get out your feelings. You got to get out your
I was like,
feelings.
oh, shit.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, genuinely speaking,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you do have to take a moment to do that.
No, for
Because-
real.
Especially for people who are a person that is so loving and caring. Because it'll keep you in a space of feeling sorry for a person to the point where you will give more than what you need to be given in a
Yes.
situation. So sometimes
Ooh-wee.
you really do have to say, let me stop thinking about how I feel and look at the logistics of it. That's why, again, when you have those...
Logistics are important.
Yeah, that's why, again, if you have those things that you are standing on principally,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you actively identify those, then as Shamanika, I can say, I really care about this dude, and I can tell that he, you know, he has the potential, and I can see it, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
When I come back to these principles right here, and I'm like, well, I'm actively moving right here, and he's not conducive to that, I am good
Yeah. That
with
part.
letting that go, because I know that these 4 or 5 things that I'm moving on, I'm intentional about that in the world right now. No, people are moving around the world without a plan or a plight for their life, and
That
that's
part.
why things are so much more
It's
difficult.
out of fucking whack.
So if I'm dealing with a person or a situation and it's heavy, it's difficult, it's whatever, I'm feeling down, all of those things, that means now it's time for me to take a step back and look at the things that I'm working on.
Yeah.
What am I reaching for? And I know what I'm reaching for is
That part.
Shamanika. So when I'm looking at that, do I have time for this? No, I don't. I already gave the time that was allotted here. I don't feel bad about that, because at the end of the day, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm on a mission.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
That part.
How do you recognize the exit strategy
What exists?
from feeling bad for somebody else
Why are you feeling bad for them?
to feeling bad for yourself?
Why are you feeling bad for them? Are you saying you felt bad for them, but now you feel bad for yourself?
Yeah, because you stayed in that process of the emotions of
And that's
feeling
why-
bad for them to just. That's when those questions start to turn on yourself, and it's just like, well,
But that's why I
what
said.
could I have done?
But that's why I said, and maybe I don't know.
That's a
I'm
lot.
saying I'm saying all this.
It is.
I'm saying all this respectfully, and not like it's an easy journey to take. But I don't feel bad for myself because I was being me. There's nothing to feel bad about if I'm being me. Now, I could feel bad
It's
for
the
you.
aftermath.
What aftermath?
The aftermath of where you are. You know what I'm
Where
saying?
are you? You're better. I don't understand. You're better. You're in a situation where you are in a constant tug of war. You're not well. Then you decided that I'm done doing this tug of war. I feel sorry for you. I do feel sorry for you that you didn't catch it, but I also recognize not my responsibility for you to catch it. So we played tug of war. My hands are burned. Damn, my hands are burned. Am I beating myself up about that? No.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
But
you start
I'm-
making that transition.
I'm not beating myself
that-
up about that though.
Good. You still got your limb. Your
I still have
hands, and your
everything
arm.
going on, but what I'm not is fucking exhausted from
Yeah.
doing this all day. My hand got burned. This is just me. It's a little lesson I learned. I'm gonna put some cocoa butter on it, some shea butter.
I believe you
and I'm
are
going.
exhausted though.
You're
From that.
no. You are, but you're not consistently exhausted.
Oh yeah, no.
That's
I know
what I'm
more.
saying.
That's the victory though.
Right, and that's why I said well, you're better off.
And I think when you look at other motherfuckers who played tug of war, when they got both their arms missing,
Yeah. Listen,
and they teeth because they just won't
and
get it.
you know what? And you know what that looks like in real time?
Man.
People that end up with children, with people, they got multiple kids with them.
Man.
You can't get all the way the fuck away from them because y'all got ties and houses and y'all done bought shit and did all kind of, that's all, those are limbs missing.
As Shanga said, you are victorious.
You are victorious.
I gotta watch Good Luck Chuck again.
You gotta just change your perspective on the experience, but that's why I said self-work.
Yeah.
Because what's making you experience that from a place of loss is some works that you haven't yet had the opportunity to touch on within yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that because we're always constantly working and growing. And once you realize that, you're okay when you meet a situation that showed you back in the day you used to do this and it wasn't serving you. Now you're in an active position to change it. You can change it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, the 50,000 times that I let this nigga back in. I'm gonna be like, woo, I finally learned to close the door and lock it on that.
And I would say even in that, keep love harder, even in your next one.
Hey, let me tell you, you'll get there.
No, he will.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you will love harder. Because when you were holding that rope, going back and forth, you figured out shit that you ain't gonna play tug of war about.
Exactly. Do y'all believe that I ain't been there before though? Like going into the next situation, I'm gonna love harder than the last time because I thought the last time.
Has it elevated every time? Though?
No, it hasn't.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about teenage heartbreak. Yeah.
But just me, though.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't, baby.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, I know there's higher for me to go. And I received that higher position.
Well, first of all, let me make sure I say this. Let me take that back because I can't tell you nothing about you.
Yeah.
Okay? So let me eat my own words and let me just say this. What I was intending to convey is if you have loved harder at after every relationship, that's fine. But did you do any works for yourself, within yourself, between those times, so that when you poured in harder, it was coming from a space of fullness or still from a place of lack?
A healed place.
I don't think so.
Not until now.
Right. And so
and
that's why I said
only
no.
say that because I recognized who I was forever ago. So it was one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to look at me because I know what I'm about. I got to look at you.
And
it got to a point where it's like, okay, now I'm looking at myself. I'm looking too deep at this point. I feel.
But I'm saying it's elevated from a level of, I went from nothing, apartment to house. I went from
the steps.
I know I want kids.
And honored the steps.
I know I want kids to stepfathering. God is setting you up for a level that you've been wanting.
And the only thing in my
that's why it's gonna take harder to get out that quicksand and out the mud.
That's why I say I gotta watch Good Luck Chuck again, because this man, like every woman that after he has sex with every woman, like I got a baby, I got married, and it's happened to me over and over again. Like in this relationship, you got a child. That's what the
listen.
You got married.
What did
That's
I say earlier?
You got.
What did I say earlier?
What? Like why does this keep happening to me? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. That's a victim mentality. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you.
Yeah.
And what happened for you was whatever you learned in that experience that's helping you open your eyes to something better that you want or something that you don't want.
That part.
It's a perspective shift.
Yeah.
It's not happening to you. It happened for you. Now, first of all, y'all had a good time and space and you got to love and be loved. Regardless to how it ended up or the ins and outs of it, that's one positive thing from a connection.
The second one, he was able to see what it's like to be the head of a household and the man of a household.
Yes.
He was in training.
Exactly.
Man.
And that's why, again,
it's a me.
Listen, that's why it's a
I want to say
perspective
partial.
change.
And I want to say too, not to
whether it's partial or not,
you said
you still was getting training.
If I don't recall, he still got the girl.
In that movie?
Good Luck Chuck, didn't
After all the broads.
Yeah.
That's the movie where like he sleep with the girl and then she fall in love with the dude after.
Yes.
He brought her a pebble. And
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yes.
He still got her.
But that's the thing. I can't stay stuck on that one girl because that's where I'm at right now, and I'm just like,
and
you're
that's
not
why,
getting it.
And
but
that's why I'm saying
did you get
to you,
over the last one?
What do you mean? Like,
did you get over that hump?
Which last one?
Josh just look at me like I'm
Exactly.
sitting here with a guilty sign
even for
on.
the fact that you have to say which last one.
No. Because I want to
love
make
you,
sure we're
Matt.
not talking about the immediate last. If we're talking
love
about
you,
the
Matt.
last that I think that he's talking about,
Okay.
You know.
then here's the thing. Before I got into that scenario, I went through the process of figuring me out. Not learning me, but figuring me out.
Yeah.
To where I knew that I was ready for something.
Exactly.
What I wanted wasn't put on my plate, and she just happened to slide on my plate in one of my times of need.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I accepted it.
Whoa.
And see,
Whoa.
You
See.
went and see.
How'd you
instead of-
slide on your plate?
when you
Because you put the plate out there.
Thank
The plate was out there, but what I wanted on my plate wasn't.
So
getting,
then why did you let her slide on your plate?
Because he was
I
still
still
figuring
I
himself
still
out.
had the plate there because I want something on my plate.
He was hungry.
I was hungry. I wasn't getting the steak that I wanted.
So then,
but a piece of fried chicken fell on me. I was just like,
okay, so listen, so right there,
seasoned well.
so right there,
You know, niggas love fried
so
chicken.
then right there,
You hear me,
is-
Shanga?
Yes, I heard you. So right there, then you can no longer say that anything that happened in that situation happened to you.
I blame
you-
me for that one. That was terrible.
But listen, all I'm telling you is
I could have held out.
there's some more work to be done because
Yeah.
there's no need for you to be blaming yourself for anything. There's still a perspective shift that needs to take place because there's no reason to blame anybody. You came in with what you had. I came in with what I had. We tried to see if it'll work for a time. It did not work.
And this is that
So-
shit where it's happening.
Yeah. So I learned about some things that I really like that for my partner to have, and I learned some things that I will no longer be accepting. So now when I move on to the next, I'm going to still be Shamanika, and I'm still going to love on you and pour into you and all that because I'm not going to let anybody change me. But what it did help me do is create some boundaries. So now I know when I'm sitting down, I'm talking to you, I have certain questions. So you want a wife and you want children. What is your plan? What do you plan? How do you plan to sustain that? If you don't have an answer for me, that is a problem. And I'm not gonna let that chicken slide on my plate.
Shit, that's a
That
red
ain't
flag.
That ain't even a red flag. That's a closed door.
Listen, they're all closed doors.
Well,
depending on where
well.
what space and time you are in your life.
I
what
was
you
gonna
looking
say that.
for.
When I let that piece of chicken slide on my plate, I was just entering my 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, you were entering your 30s and you was hungry.
I was
And I
starving.
think age anxiety creeps up on us too, where we
I
see
feel like
people
I
getting
got-
married. We want that. We see people having kids. You're talking about a stage of men. I'm talking about us who this has been a part of our
Fill my
dream.
cup up.
You know how a woman grows up, she wants that white picket fence, that house. She wants her knight in shining armor. She wants all this and that.
I want that too.
No,
What's that wedding moment?
But
Why can't we not have it?
I wanted it too. You want it too. We all. It's only a certain group of men who's dreamed of that too, that were aligned with these little girls that were our age dreaming of that shit too. But along our path and way, we stumbled across the fried chickens, and it knocked us off.
The drumsticks.
The drumsticks, or the wings, or the thighs, or the breasts, Shanga. But no, so
I took 2 years after that fried piece of chicken to get my shit together.
man, sometimes it takes longer than
I was
that.
gonna say it take longer than that, man.
And that
But
space allowed me to have on my plate what I was attempting to get at that point in time.
But that's why I said one more time that your experiences with people is about the perspective in which you experience them. Because even after that 2 years, and I said this to somebody before, I recognized that there was only so much work on myself that I could do by myself.
Yeah.
After that, things will start to come up and I'll learn more things about myself and figure things out as I have interactions with other people. That's why now when I have interactions with a counterpart or a male who I'm interested in as a potential partner, anything that happens between us, in my personal opinion and from my perspective, it's happening for me. If it doesn't happen and work out the way that I planned for it or wanted it to, then it's helping me get closer to that. So I'm not losing anything here. And I decided to take the chicken instead of the watermelon, or I decided to take the seed instead of, and knowing that I want to sprout, I decided to take the seed. So clearly I said that I was open to whatever I was going to learn.
I have a question for you.
Why? We have a question for you. That
yeah, man. I could have sworn I passed that to you, man.
Yeah, but shit, it's gonna be hard to answer.
Nah. If I answered it,
Yeah, you got
you answering it.
I've been waiting on this.
I'm gonna get cut off with this though. That's what I'm saying because of the time. That's why I'm gonna come back and answer it.
What's your question then?
For you?
Yes.
Because you said about a man, if you come to him and say you want a wife and kids, how are you able to sustain?
What is your
plan? Plan. I apologize. Plan, right? What if he say, I don't know? Listen, I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. I just need guidance. I got the work ethic, but I just don't have a plan. I don't know how to plan.
I need to be in the situation.
Either that or I need someone to teach me how
That's
to.
not gonna work.
How you not learn as you go?
That's not masculine energy.
But I'm willing to.
That's a flow.
I'm willing to learn.
You control a flow.
No, you cannot.
Shit, not if it's that water. Not if it's the
Exactly.
ocean.
Come on.
I mean,
a lot going on.
There it is.
Because I'm tired of people sitting here saying you can control the water. I don't.
You
I don't.
cannot control no
Yeah,
water.
I don't know how people
Can't do that.
be saying that shit.
So, so your question to me is,
What about a man that says that?
that's a beautiful thing.
And he's open and transparent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful thing because this is just me, my personal perspective on this, and where I stand at in my life with it. If you are a man that says, I want a wife and children, and I say, okay, well then what is your plan to support them? And he says, I don't know.
Yeah.
For me as a woman, I feel like we can build on that.
Yeah.
Because now
Yes.
what we're doing is figuring that out together. You actively know that you want to do something, but you haven't really quite figured it out. That's okay. You have some people out here who's never thought about it, or just said, I want a wife and kids, and never thought about how they want to support them. They never thought about nothing they wanted to do in the world, or
That's
like
facts.
to do, or want to see. That's not it.
I feel like it depends on the other side, though. It depends on the mate.
You sure keep on throwing stuff into other people's laps, Matt.
I mean, it's just because I don't want to just take that from somebody.
What are you taking?
In order for me to know that, let's say me and you, in order for me to know that me and you work, we have to go to work, right? I can't just be like, well, she's gonna get with my program.
Okay.
I can't, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm just gonna get with her program. We have to see about each other. We have to fill each other out through the process.
Yes.
That's going with the flow, but we're also learning each other to know if what we can establish for what having a husband, a wife, and children is. We got to know who we are on the route to getting there.
What am I missing here? Am I missing something? I don't disagree with that.
That's all that's that, but that's what I'm saying though, as far as like going with the flow of things.
I see.
Like, is it not the same thing? As in saying I don't know, but we can work towards it.
I don't think it's the same thing, because when you say I don't know, because remember there's some other things that I just said.
Yeah.
I didn't just say that, oh, you don't know and we'll work towards it. Or maybe I did, and maybe I.
You said that's something we could build on.
Okay, build on. So in my mind, when I said build on, that means that at the very least, you have identified for yourself things that you like in the world, something that you aspire to put your hands in, but you haven't figured out quite how that's going to help you sustain your family.
Yeah.
But if I have to help you figure out you and that's not gonna work.
It's not a figuring out both.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You have people who don't even know themselves.
Yes.
To be able to come to the table and fix their mouth to say, I want a wife and a wife or a husband and some children. You cannot have those things and it works successfully if you haven't figured out some basic things about yourself.
Now let me ask them before we go to break.
Yeah.
How would y'all feel if a woman said that? I want to have a kids, husband, nice house, all that.
Does she already have a kid? Already?
No.
Okay.
No. Sorry, not sorry, but we wasn't here to be fathers to nobody else. We supposed to create our own lineage because we love so much. Women of the...
And it's crazy because I was always against being a stepdad and all the other things, but I'm like, I could be killing my blessing.
We do that. We
stepping outside of that atmosphere.
No,
so let
you're
me
not.
step into it. And
Listen,
we're also
we do that.
socially
That's what you
conditioned.
said.
Like,
what about you, T? What if a woman came and said that?
I don't know. I've been there, where not as far as you have been, but
Yeah.
See, I get torn between like, okay, do I want to be the good guy, or is what I want making me the bad guy?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What you want is not making you the bad guy, and that's what the world is fucking teaching us, and that's why people are struggling.
That was my issue before. Literally,
Yeah.
just
That's
like
why people are selfish.
Yeah, and yeah, because
people shame you into it.
because
too.
you have to, if you have boundaries around whatever you're moving in, then that dictates to you if it's selfishness or if it's just aligned with your purpose.
With your leave it right there. We're gonna take a break.
Yes. Let's go on that.
Y'all
again.
sit on that. We'll be back, man. T Mills, Sir Mac, Shanga, J5TH, man. The Patio PolitiCz. Yes.
Dr. King, he was love. Malcolm X, he was love. Love in this business will get you killed. You have to set an example. You have to draw a line. When they see that line, and if they cross it, there will be hell to pay. They must know that.
¿Lo tienes?
Hey,
You are
man.
now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
You always say y'all pay for that. Well, we pay for that. However, whoever pays for it. But ain't nobody ever asked you how much that joint costs. And it's a few of them. That's the only one
It
they
is
get to hear.
Yeah.
But it's a few of them.
It's a few of them. I just keep that one.
How
Hey,
much
y'all
you
make sure
pay
y'all
for 'em?
like
I'm
and
not telling
subscribe
nobody
to
how
the show,
much.
man.
Yes, like and
Payment don't matter.
subscribe to the show so y'all
All
can
I'm saying
continue
is
to get in
use
this.
the other ones because the other ones is nice too.
Okay.
And if they pay for, they
Use
going to waste by not being heard.
Gotcha.
Message.
Yeah, yeah.
Message.
It's the big boy.
Hey,
bill.
that ain't a plug for the little promo you did using the other one, did it? I didn't even know we had them. I'm like, wait, what?
What you talking? Oh no! That was on my system. That's what I ain't graduated all the way to that. Like yeah. Oh man, last night's episode was crazy. Boy, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness!
I came
man.
in that motherfucker. I ain't had no brain, no nothing. I said I'm going in there.
Dude said
Zombie
I ain't had
mode.
no brain.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
J5.
had to.
You got the pink paper.
Okay.
Are we pulling another one?
He got
after
that
this?
pink
We got
thing.
time to touch something else, or we finished?
He got.
We're
that
gonna go
pink
to the
thing.
next.
All right, come on.
We're gonna go to the next one.
I don't say nothing about nothing you say.
How that pink feel in your power?
Man, okay. Could I had to re-look up what sacred was.
Okay.
So I wouldn't think of secret or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But what is true and sacred to me, I feel purpose and
It's true and sacred.
family values and principles.
Okay. Okay. So how do you? What boundaries do you set around those things?
When it comes to purpose, nothing comes before the purpose.
What does that mean? Like,
well,
what does that look
depends
like?
on the purpose, or is it period? Like if it becomes a purpose,
God's purpose is what I mean. So let me be more specific. Whatever God has placed me on this earth to become, and my call of duty is while I'm here in a physical form, there's no compromising with that.
So how do you execute that? What does that look like? Like, does that mean that if you have a project in mind, and you feel like this is what I need to execute, what type of boundaries do you have around that particular thing? Like, if somebody comes and says, "Oh, I think you should do it a different way," or whatever, like, are you is a boundary for you somebody trying to change that, try to talk you out of it?
No, not at all. Okay. When it's something specific that I feel and know that God has spoken to my spirit with for the people.
How do you keep that safe?
I don't leave it open for opinions.
Okay, there it is.
This is
so your boundary for you is with just, your mouth. You ain't. No. You can't put your mouth on.
No. Just only specifically with that.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But if we're all creating and God speaks to me,
the
Most High speaks to me and says, "Okay, we all need to collectively come up with a project for the people." Now I'm open to spirit and opinions from everybody.
But you said if this is the Most High pouring into me and I'm to execute this, I'm not taking any suggestions.
We have to carry out this mission for a specific reason.
Nice.
And we've been 100% with that.
Yeah,
that's how I know it's the Most High. And seeing the reaction out of people, it's been 100% because what he pours into me and I see on paper and we carry the mission out, is translated through that because of the reception we get from the people and just they vibe to it and the lives that have been changed from that purpose.
Nice.
Or whatever.
You know? Power in changing lives.
Yeah. It's
it's heavy.
Now I would say this. I'm not gonna say I wish, man, because that's a little regret. Now I'm gonna say I didn't know this years ago. Walking in my purpose, because I would have did things differently as far as timing with children and starting a family, because nothing comes before purpose. No, go ahead.
But what if you would have never got to the understanding of the totality of this purpose and the way that you're navigating it if it had not been for your family or your children?
Exactly. And now that's why I said family values and principles. Because in my understanding, it has taught me balance.
Yes.
It's taught me balance.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So family has never attempted to compromise purpose, and purpose have never attempted to compromise family.
Because you was built for that.
Exactly. Superhero shit.
I love you, bro.
I love you. So in that saying, I'm a superhero. This is my purpose. This is what God has called me to do, and I will never stop being that.
Ashe.
You know, never. You know.
So you answered that easily.
This was heavy.
You had time.
That was a good one. Yeah, I had time. I let y'all go first.
You had so much time.
I let y'all go first.
He had time to look up the definition of a word.
Yeah.
I let y'all go first. I can sit on it, and y'all was deep.
Like if it would have had to start off with me, I would have been like,
I had a feeling yours was gonna be based on family, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I just feel with family, man, it's just a sacred thing. With family.
So what's your boundaries around it? How you protect your family?
You don't let everybody in, and everybody that's in don't never get out.
Ooh.
Shit.
Wow.
That was like
not
some
the
blood
first part,
in,
but
blood out type.
Yeah,
for real though.
The second part was what did it for me. Like, you ain't getting out.
You're not getting out.
You're not getting out.
Ooh.
You're not getting out.
And I definitely get those vibes, and I get that energy and everything from him, because he's just like.
Do you?
I don't
know some people he didn't put on the out.
I mean, they put their self out.
Listen. Stop.
They put themselves out, and I can say that as well.
I'm gonna address that.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, because she fucking with me.
Yeah, I know she
little shots fired.
Yeah,
definitely.
They shoot. Yeah,
You said once you in, bro. Now, hold on, wait. Now,
Yes.
we're
Going
still
with it.
talking about things that are sacred and boundaries.
Yes.
So you could say you in and you ain't never out unless these things, and put some boundaries around that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair, because you're saying that's just like, for me, I tell people, like, two of the things I stand on is loyalty
Yes.
and love.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go love before loyalty. And people
Yeah.
be like, "Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why?
No, for
Why?"
real.
You know what I'm saying? Why you do that? Honor's on the list too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to people and I say those kinds of things, I have to make sure I identify to them that although this particular, we'll say, loyalty is here in the forefront, there's still some parameters around that. There's still some things that will get you on the outside of that loyalty line.
Yeah.
You know, but anything outside of these things that I've said will get your head chopped off.
Yeah.
You in it to win it.
Yeah.
I always tell people, I'm gonna fuck with you. The only person that can make me stop fucking with you is you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
That's true.
And so for a parameter for me in regards to loyalty is, for me, everything that I do and everybody that I know I interact with, we are all working one way or the other toward the same purpose.
Yeah.
In this community. You know, if we want to get more into the detail of it, we in the blackety black of the community, black excellence, black love, you know, growing all those things. So when I'm talking about loyalty, if I see you go against anything or bring about anything that would make us waver in those things, then you're out, because you're no longer in alignment with what I have said that I'm in alignment with.
Yeah.
And that's real.
Yeah.
Now, you know, if this is gonna get tricky. Now, if you are a part of the community, you know, this space, and we all aligned and standing on these principles, and one day you go and you sleep with a white girl, and then you decide that you want to tell everybody, you know what's gonna happen? We bringing your ass to the committee.
And when you get on here, you ask for a white girl.
We coming. We bringing you.
Hell no.
I'm gonna ask
She
the
can't come.
ancestral plane what to do
She
to
can't
you.
come stay at our. She can't come stay at our compound.
For real?
So you either going.
That's wrong.
You either taking her and y'all going somewhere else, or you not taking her and you can stay at the compound.
That's not fair. That's not love.
That is definitely fair.
That's not love.
If y'all love me, y'all should love her.
Fuck you. I said that we are here, blackety black, black excellence, black love, everything.
We ain't having no extra shit.
We ain't having no extra shit. We not getting.
What if she on her period shit?
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care if she came. I don't care if she came
Hey,
with
no, I agree with you,
cornrows,
'cause
bamboo
we would
earrings,
feel-
at least 2 pair.
I was gonna say we would feel the same way if a woman brought a white man.
Yeah,
But I think we're more if he's cool. Cause
no, because again, remember I keep saying to y'all, if you identify what you are standing on, then you can move on. You can move in any space and know that I'm gonna make the right decision. So for me, standing on blackety black, no black, everything is black. My toenails would be black if that didn't mean I was
black
sick.
in, black out.
Black in, black out. So that means I'm not making any exceptions. I'm not even going to entertain a white dude wanting to date me because
Not
I
you.
already
Somebody
I'm
else in the
talking about
tribe.
me.
Yeah, not
no,
you. I know you
but
not.
if they are in the tribe,
yeah.
then we have all come to the understanding beforehand that we live in this compound and this is the purpose for this compound.
Because if she bring him in, he play fantasy football, Shanga.
Y'all better meet that nigga at the bar down the street. He's not coming to the compound.
We gonna treat him like he one of us.
I don't give a fuck.
Brother.
No,
Especially
you
if it's
can
football
at the
season, like, we
bar
gonna-
down the street, but this compound right here says blackety black, no black. Everything that go on here is black for black people,
That's
about
not
black
fair.
people. It is fair unless you are not about blackety black. Then
I mean, yeah, all right.
then you don't live here.
I'm just saying
That's
men
just
are
like you
more
were-
receptive. Like I
No,
said about
but
fantasy,
don't
we like,
be.
oh, well, come
but
on.
don't be.
Ain't no
But
color
don't
lines.
be.
Yeah,
but
right.
don't be. because our ancestors, the people that we look at and we pull things from, had particular things that they stood on, and that's what made it easy for them not to waver. Let's talk about Malcolm X. Malcolm X, he understood, I'm standing on this, and this. I'm not wavering in it. I don't care who the fuck is saying whatever. If it's not in alignment with these things, I'm against it. And we respect him for that today.
He changed it when he went to Mecca, because he's seen other ethnicities.
I'm not talking about the white people.
Okay.
I wasn't talking specifically about white people. I'm just saying the idea of having your foundation things that you're standing on. And that man stood on some things that other people were willing to waver in. And they were willing to waver in it because they had not yet figured out for themselves what they were standing on and what purpose they wanted to what road they wanted to drive on.
Yeah.
For me, I know the road I'm driving on is blackety black, no black. Now, I am a humanitarian. I want everybody to be well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But my immediate community are the people that look like me. My work expands outside of that, but my immediate community is people that look like me. And I understand that one day I'm not going to be here and I'm going to have children and great-grandchildren and great-great-greats. I want to set this world up for them as best as I can.
Yes.
So if I can't do that with the whole world, then I'm going to create a compound where the people who live here, we all stand on the same things, and we making sure our children are educated properly, that our relationships amongst one another and in our intimate relationships is flowing with as much ease and resistance as possible and in alignment. So I'm not bringing Becky as my friend. My friend is not coming here unless.
What if her hair is braided like?
I don't give a fuck if her hair is braided. I don't care if the bitch was bald and had on a wig. I don't care.
So you saying we play fantasy with he got to be outside our compound?
Y'all can have all the friends outside the compound, because here's the thing.
They come bearing with gifts, man.
I don't care. And listen, so
all the extra bottles.
Okay, so then you willing to sell your soul for whatever it is that they got instead of standing in your purpose and your mission. Now that's up to you if you decide to do that. That's another
topic, man.
I don't think so. I think
it is.
I don't think it is.
Yes, it is.
How? Because you niggas are gonna want to compromise. That's how we've got into the places that we've got into. And I'm not
what's being compromised.
I know. We know. Yeah.
What's being compromised?
What's being compromised is this.
Don't answer him. He's gonna ask you. You don't even feel.
You know I'm a dig into it.
Because she said it's not another topic, and I'm like, watch it be one. Watch it be one.
It's not a compromise. I'm gonna bring it right back to right there.
Yeah, I'm
gonna take it right back to there. Your boundaries for things. What do you consider to be sacred? And then what boundaries do you have around that? If I consider Black love and Black family and Black excellence to be sacred, then I'm not going to entertain anything that would possibly in any way, shape, form, or fashion shake up those things.
Yeah.
Now, a white dude could come to me and say, I got $1 trillion. It's just me and my family. Just me, I and my family. Everybody dead, gone, whatever. I believe in Black power, civil rights.
You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah, I know.
If he, you know what I'm saying? He come with whatever the fuck. He got braids, got a fade. I don't know, got a grill,
Kool-Aid.
whatever. Drinking Kool-Aid. Whatever it is. He comes with all those things, and it looks good. He's like, I got the money for us to build 10 compounds.
Still soul selling.
You still soul selling.
Yeah.
Because I'm still willing to entertain you, and I said these are blackety black.
Yeah.
Now, you can say there's other ways to navigate that, but that would be more business.
Yeah.
That's not personal. He was coming at me personal.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to invest in my corporation over here, then you can
That's
do
a
that.
whole nother talk.
It becomes business
right
within manipulation.
It's not manipulation.
No,
it's not manipulation.
You can't trust them in that either.
Listen, but that's why I'm saying you take it straight business, because what does business have? Documentation and signatures in line.
And
the end.
Yeah.
But when you get to
Boundaries.
getting with the boundaries, exactly, that's a boundary. My boundary to keep this Black excellence in line is that any person that don't look like me that come spitting that I love Black people stuff, take it to the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's put it on paper, put it in writing, so that in a court of law it's gonna stand up. Other than that, I'm not entertaining you.
Money where your mouth is.
Exactly.
There's different ways in showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
but you're not invited to the compound. You're not
Or the
getting no
cookout.
cookouts, invites. You're not coming to
So
Thanksgiving.
they can't hit a jig for you
No.
real quick, like
No, and let me tell you really why, and let me make sure. No, fuck that. I ain't giving that disclaimer. Fuck that.
You sure? You sure?
I'm sure.
We're gonna
Fuck
say
all
that because that's a whole. Because I was gonna say you asked me about the boundaries that I have with the family stuff. Now it's about discernment. You get what I'm saying? Because even blood family can be out on the outside of this family I'm talking about. So the family I'm talking about pertaining to this ain't because your last name is Thompson.
Yeah, you talking about the people aligned with you and the things that you standing on.
Exactly.
And all the time, that's not blood.
Exactly. So the only way out is death, and it could be death of our relationship.
Okay, I say.
Death of our friendship.
I say.
And that's a heavy.
I know a dude
That's-
right now
that's
that I
heavy.
cannot be his friend because I don't like his character.
See?
It's unfortunate.
See? And that at that point, that's not your loss. It's
No,
his
it's not.
loss.
It's his.
He just committed suicide.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He jumped off the building and didn't know he didn't have no wings.
Shit. Did he think he had
He
wings?
thought he had
harsh.
wings.
Oh well, he didn't check. He didn't check his
He
back
did
before
not.
he.
No.
Okay.
Face planting.
Yeah, and see that the thing is having that discernment. So, it's the older and wiser I'm getting, the process of elimination is more strategic.
It's getting easier for
Easy,
me.
way easier.
It's a blessing.
And reading people
Yes.
because the conversations are more straightforward.
Yep.
now.
Absolutely.
So now, opposed to, I'm not gonna. If I go on a date with somebody, I'm not gonna play no game with you.
Nope.
Especially if I'm paying.
That's why I asked that
If-
man, if you telling me you want a wife and kids, how do you plan to support them?
How do
if
you
you are
plan
a
on?
grown enough man to tell me that that's what you do, you didn't finish the thought.
Yeah.
What if she's not in the right space to receive it how you received
Then
it?
she
What if he
is-
gives the same answer and she's
Then
like,
she-
no, fuck that.
Then she's not the woman for you. Don't waste your time. Get that chicken off your
And
plate
that's
and keep
and that's
going.
why the before we meet and link, the point of conversation and text
Yes.
is I'm different.
Dating.
I'm different.
You're dating.
I'm
People,
different.
people have a different perspective of
dating,
today.
courting,
and all of that.
and,
like,
and chilling.
yeah, like
Like,
come on,
you
bro.
either
If we're
find
dating, we're not supposed to be having sex while we out here dating all these people.
and listen, and
You're
I've
not
had arguments
because
with that.
the idea
Yeah.
of dating. Listen, the idea
It
of
happens.
dating
Yeah.
is it's the training
Profusely.
exercise to see if you can make the team.
Make the team, yeah.
You can't be out here making the team and trying out for the team at the same time. That doesn't work. You should have some boundaries. That means some things that are only going to happen once you're
dating.
on the team, and some things that are only going to happen
When you're
out here for
trying
the
out.
tryout.
A lot of people
And-
don't have boundaries. Like
No,
that.
a
don't
lot
have-
of people don't at all, and that's why when
And
I
that's for
told the
both of
dude
us.
like,
That's for both of us.
yeah,
Yeah.
when I told the dude like,
Yeah.
just date me, he like, I'm not a dating kind of guy. I'm a relationship kind of guy. I'm like, how the fuck you get to the
How you get to a
relationship?
What does dating even mean?
Dating means I am getting to know you, you're getting to know me, to see if we are in alignment
A perfect
together
match.
to come together and build some stuff.
There's fabrication there though, because people not wanting to be real and
That's
not
a
wanting to be
problem.
open and honest
And that's
or
why you
vulnerable.
said
It's
your
just like
and that's why you said your discernment. So you use your discernment and you use the things that you've already outlined that you're standing on.
Yeah.
And you can measure a person to figure out if they're worth me giving them my time. If
Yeah.
I'm saying that at 37 years old, I am ready for a mate that can stand beside me and be that powerhouse that I know should be here as a God King standing next to me. That means he's a sprout or a tree. And a dude walk up to me and I assess him, and I have my ways of assessing. I'm asking questions. I'm seeing how you move. I'm listening to what you're saying and watching you execute it. And you're showing me that somebody just dropped the seed and the soil ain't even covered. I'm finished.
Yeah, you done.
what if it's difficult to step out of infatuation?
Fuck an infatuation.
Yeah.
My foundation is not built on infatuation. My foundation is built on principles that are moving to be successively progressive.
We gonna talk about that because we got to move to the next subject.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Here go a
yes.
cup.
Yeah.
Who pulling it?
We're gonna end this one and then we're gonna be back. Anybody want to end it?
I just want to say that life is here to be enjoyed.
Yes.
Don't let anyone steal it from you.
Yes.
Man,
Yes. Yes.
Learn your true you, your true oneself.
Yeah.
Figure it out, become one with it, grow within it. Talking to myself as I'm talking with y'all.
Come on, man.
Just-
Transparency.
Yeah.
What about you, T?
Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video, man. I'm learning.
Plug it.
Hey, nah,
plug
hey,
it.
nah.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Yes,
Patio
like and
Politics
subscribe.
on YouTube,
Yes.
on Instagram, and
We under the
Patio
patio,
Politics
y'all.
6 on TikTok.
Yes, and
Underneath the patio.
shout out to the Legato collection, man. We doing it, man. Shout
Yes,
out to
sir.
Jazz in the back doing her thing.
Hey.
We here, man. It's the first of many, the Patio Politics,
yeah,
man. We
yeah,
underneath
under
the
the
patio,
patio.
and we got more for y'all. We got Shanga, Sir Mac, T Mills,
T
and your man
Mills.
J5TH, man. Keep it locked, subscribe, and we'll tap in with y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap in with